I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. Greetings, gal pals and gal pals. It's me, Camden, on channel Camden.
I am very happy to see you.
Executive producer of a lot of the Spider-Man movies and cartoons, Avi Arad.
Interested me for a long time. Ever since the video about what if Tobey Maguire was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh yeah, I remember when I made that video. Before the house was rearranged.
Tobey Maguire was in the MCU instead of Tom. I mean, I love Tom. I'm just saying, what would have happened?
And your Venom Spider-Man 3 predictions.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Because we don't get superhero movies where a bunch of them.
I can barely hear myself in that vid.
Those two lines is one of my was inspired You happen to mention me very much in your videos.
I really do,
Sam Raimi was going to only have Sandman and the New Goblin, not Venom. But then Avi Arad was all like, oh, let's have Venom in Spider-Man 3. Produced by Avi Arad.
The more you mentioned me, the more I became interested. You seem to be a huge fan of Spider-Man. I could go after some others that has talked about me or Spider-Man like Godzilla Mendoza, Brown Triple, Hassan Hamid, Channel Pup, or Lato, but you interest me the most because you mention me more than others. Do.OK. Now it's time for a normal review instead of nostalgia critic and atop the fourth wall skits.
Oh, okay. So since Avi is here, and I could talk about something Spider-Man related, since it's getting closer and closer to No Way Home, and it's during the Christmas time, I got it! This is like the third time I have talked about something related to the show. First, that Ultimate Spider-Man review that I made like a year ago, which you should definitely check out, which I'll have a link in the description, and my Phineas and Ferb and Marvel crossover that I'll also have in the link in the description. So, I explained this show 2 times, and this is going to have to be my 3rd time. So let me spice it up a little bit. Edith, tell the viewers what Ultimate Spider-Man is.
Spider-Man is an animated series released in 2012 and ended in 2017 and aired on Disney XD alongside shows known as Avengers Assemble, Hulk and the Agents of Smash, and Guardians of the Galaxy, which were all connected in a Marvel animated universe. This show is about Spider-Man being voiced by alleged child lover and former Nickelodeon star Drake Bell, and Spider-Man joins S.H.I.E.L.D. to be trained and be a better hero alongside Teenage Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Nova Sam Alexander, and White Tiger. When the show ended, it was replaced with A Crime Against Humanity, Marvel's Spider-Man 2017. Ultimate was a weird show which had good ideas, but also not so good ones. It's sometimes obnoxious, but the show has heart, since it was clear the writers done their result, and was made by Man of Action, creators of the masterpiece and peak of Cartoon Network Ben 10.
Thank you, Siri. I mean, Edith.
Spectacular Spider-Man, please. The show was the greatest thing ever and was the peak of fiction and human intelligence. It was so good God himself wrote the show with Victor Cook and Greg Weisman. bring it back. I want it more than anything else.
I never thought I would agree with a machine so much in my life. Today I'm going to talk about a certain Christmas special of this show. And the show has two Christmas specials, but I'm just going to review the first Christmas special. It was in the third season's Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors. And it's called The Nightmare on Christmas. And of course it was following off of the Christmas Carol, just like everything ever, like past, present, and future and stuff. And you know, it's not the first time Bell was involved with a Christmas special relating to a cartoon. And yeah, I don't have too much information to go off of, since this is one specific episode that I just decided to review, because Christmas, and it's closer to No Way Home. So yeah, it did take like 5 minutes for us to get to the actual review. But anyways, starts up with Spider-Man just swinging around, and then he encounters the Shocker. And yes, we typically get our old Drake Bell voicing Spider-Man. So let's hear this guy voice him again.
Communicator. Just for that, I'm gonna write a letter and tell Santa to put you on the naughty list. Or I could just knock you out.
I had to state my opinion on Drake Bell as Spider-Man. His voice on Spider-Man alone is not terrible, but not to be considered my favorite voice, because Josh Keaton and Christopher Daniel Barnes and Yuri Lowenthal will always be the top 3 with me. Hey, at least Drake Bell isn't Mike Vaughn.
Search party! The civilian volunteers! Pretty redhead, arm and a gas! You are no help! That APC!
And then Spidey goes to the Triskelion, and he sees no one there. Everyone left, well, except for Squirrel Girl. She's sleeping. And Spider-Man complains about how no one pays attention to him or cares about him or appreciates him. And looking back, I think there were more than one episode where this is touched upon in this show. And I think there was one episode where he went to Boston to deal with Steel Spider, and then he had a spider cave. Yeah. And you know how the Christmas Carol goes. Spider-Man then sees his past, present, and future. And his past looks pretty well animated. Yeah, it really does remind me of cartoons from like the 60s, the 70s, and even the 80s. And that's greatly to show the past. It also reminds me of the 60s Spider-Man cartoon and Spider-Man and his amazing friends. And Spider-Man has to face the Enforcers.
Whoa! We weren't paying attention. We better luck next Christmas!
Cuts to more people hating on Spider-Man. And then he also has the Devil and Angel Spider-Man still arguing with each other and stuff. And then, And then it cuts to the present, where Spider-Man where he has to take out the Shocker again. And then people is hating on Spider-Man again, and our typical old J. Jonah Jameson hating on Spider-Man. Which again, J. Jonah Jameson is brilliantly voiced by J.K. Simmons.
And there he is again, that low-crawling menace, leaving destruction behind him everywhere he goes, even on Christmas Eve. Have you no shame, Spider-Man?
I'm only trying to help.
He gives up being Spider-Man. And then we cut to the future, where he has an entire company now called Parker Industries. It wasn't a thing in the comics, by the way. And then he sees Hawkeye and Nova, and they have to fight certain Spider-Goblin soldiers. Turns out, since he's given up being Spider-Man, the Green Goblin has taken out all of the Avengers except for Hawkeye. Yes, he has taken out Captain America, the Man with Super Serum, the Hulk, and literally Thor. But Green Goblin can't take out Hawkeye. And of course, Peter Parker realizes he must keep being Spider-Man and stuff. And Spider-Man and Green Goblin fight. And also, when Green Goblin became like a king or whatever, has he legalized weed yet?
Too late, Spider-Man! Weed has been legalized!
Spider-Man defeats the Green Goblin, and then of course, there's something amiss. And then the Devil Spider-Man turns into Nightmare voiced by Mark Hamill. And if you do not know who Mark Hamill is, you have been living under a rock for years. He's literally the Joker and Luke Skywalker. Then they fight, of course, and then good old Spider-Man wakes up and realizes it was all just a dream. And then he realizes that his friends truly do care about him. Each other Christmas presents.
Open mine. Do you like it? If you don't, we can exchange it. Aunt May.
And then our episode ends. By the way, we're not doing a directed by Michael Bay Linkin Park music this episode. I've done that like 2 times in the past few weeks. I talked to my therapist, and he says I need to stop doing that. So no, I'm not doing the Transformers end credits thing. Got me? I may be doing that in the No Way Home review. Overall, the episode isn't bad. It has some pretty fun moments and some wholesomeness to it, and a good message behind it. But some of the flaws, and it's really about the whole show, and I'll give it more context, which I already have in my Ultimate Spider-Man review, which you should check out. But yeah, it's pretty wholesome and pretty nice. Enough said. And also some of the points I'll give this show again is how it like kind of shows like the Marvel universe and also Spider-Man's world, and kind of show like, you know, go the beyond like the Marvel universe and stuff like that. And it's pretty nice. Drake Bell does a not bad but not fantastic voice on Spider-Man either. Like I said, he can be a little bit too much at times, but he also has some heart to voicing him. Hey, again, at least he's not Mike Vaughn. So yeah, I'm just reviewing one single episode. And there's also going to be a new Spider-Man show coming out. Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is about the MCU Spider-Man's origin story. And now you can stop complaining about what happened to Uncle Ben. But fine, I will just put this one last statement.
The edge-fighting crime is spinning web swinging from the highest ledge you can leap above your heads. Pavilions on the rise with the city victimized.
Overall, it's a nice little special. It's kind of wholesome and something you could watch and go nod your head and say, that was nice. And donuts needed more, Mr. Dickovich. Yeah, I don't know why I'm reviewing one single episode, but But yes, that was my thoughts on the episode. I decided to review it because it's during the Christmas time and Spider-Man as it's getting closer to No Way Home. And again, my Ultimate Spider-Man videos links will be in the description. And go watch them. Right now. It has Phineas in it.
So badly, we came this close to being let down at the mall. I thought you would have learned your lesson.
Usually not like me.
But no. You show up again to help, and now Belshie has been hulkified.
What now, Abby?
I am currently giving away tickets to the upcoming film Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home December 17th, 2021, starring Tom Holland as Peter Parker, Spider-Man Zendaya as Michelle Jones, Jacob Batalon as Ned Leeds, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, Alfred Molina as Otto Octavius, Doc Ock, Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, Jamie Foxx as Max Dillon, Electro, Charlie Cox as Blind Lawyer Man, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, and totally not Toby Dirt in Your Eye Maguire as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and Andrew Skateboarder Man Garfield as Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Oh. Okay. Oh, and like, comment, but not a mean comment, and subscribe. Going to see No Way Home.